Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to the channel. And today we're going to be analyzing Trump and Biden's paths to 270 on the electoral map. What is Trump's strategy moving forward? What exactly does Biden need to do in order to win the election as well? But first, I have to tell you guys about my friends over at My Patriot Supply. Friends, we're fast approaching what many to believe the true second wave of COVID-19, and this may be even worse than the first. On top of that, our nation's political uncertainty and civil unrest will impact every area of your life. Are you ready? Another round of quarantines and shortages may be on the way. And those who know what's coming are using today to prepare for the worst. That's why I strongly recommend My Patriot Supply, the only source I personally use and trust for my emergency food preparedness plan, and you can too. Right now, save $100 off a full 4-week supply of nutritious meals that supply 2,000 calories a day to save your life when panic or disaster hits and food disappears again from your local grocery store. Saving $100 is impossible to pass up, especially now, so go to preparewithredeagle.com and get ready now. That's preparewithredeagle.com. There is no time to lose. Do it now. So today we reconvene with our 2020 election map here, and I'm not going to be doing a prediction today. I think I'm going to save the predicting for my final prediction, which will come the day before the 2020 election, if not 2 days before. I'll be doing my final prediction then. But right now we will be filling out the states in the battleground map and seeing what exactly is Donald Trump's path to 270 and what exactly is Joe Biden's path to 270 as well. So it's 218 to 204. So I will say this, in terms of Florida and in terms of North Carolina, the Republicans are now approaching 100,000 vote lead in the early voting that is taking place in person. Democrats have roughly around a 500,000 vote lead in the mail-in voting. And we could look at this here in regards to the state of Florida here on the Target Smart data from what we can see out of the state of Florida, because the data is coming in out of the state, and look at it by registered party. You can see here Republicans are at 32, Democrats are at 48. Last time it was roughly about even, but you do have to take into consideration the fact that a lot more Republicans are going to be voting in person, if not in person on election day during this cycle compared to past cycles due to Donald Trump attacking mail-in voting. This rang true for the primaries in various states, including Florida. A lot of Democrats were disappointed at the large turnout of Republican voters back in the congressional primary, but Democrats do have a lead over the Republicans so far, although Republicans are gaining on them percentage-wise as the votes come in. And it's looking even better for Republicans than a lot of people expected right now. I'm still going to keep Florida. I'm going to keep Florida in the lean Republican column. A lot of people are expecting Trump to win Florida, and the betting odds and predict it flipped over Republican for Florida. They almost flipped over as well for North Carolina, which is where Donald Trump was today. And if you want to look at the state of North Carolina by registered party here in terms of seeing where the votes are coming in from, comparing it to past election cycles, even with Trump's attacks on mail-in voting, Republicans are roughly in line with years past. Democrats are roughly in line with years past. And if you do sort by modeled party, which again is a risky thing to do because it tries to allocate the unaffiliateds better, it can be a little bit more inaccurate. Republicans are down roughly 11 to 12%, but Republicans at this time last cycle were down by approximately 17%. So right now, Republicans do trail by roughly around 250,000 votes in the modeled party, and in terms of the registered party, they do trail by a little bit more than 350,000 votes, but again, we don't know where the unaffiliateds are going. But either way, it's looking very similar compared to last cycles for Republicans, which is an extremely good sign out of the state of North Carolina. Will be going in the tilt Republican column. So 248 to 218. The map is wide open, and a lot can happen. Pennsylvania Democrats are doing very well with the early voting in Pennsylvania. But again, in my last video, I demonstrated that a lot of that early voting data was coming in from Allegheny County and Philadelphia County alone. So that also has to be taken into consideration here. But Donald Trump has a path here. And even if he does lose Pennsylvania, you give Pennsylvania to the Democrats here. Donald Trump can win. Arizona, the early voting does not look bad for Republicans. A lot of it is coming in from Maricopa County. Republicans, again, overperforming expectations in the state of Arizona. Donald Trump plans on winning Arizona. He claims he's up in Arizona. He went there twice this week, held 2 rallies in order to get out the vote in the state. And you look at the Barris poll, you look at the Trafalgar poll, all these other metrics out of the state of Arizona. favor Trump a lot more than you would expect. Also, the registration turnaround was a very good sign, and the fact Republicans did better in the primary in the state of Arizona than the Democrats did in the congressional primary. That alone should give Republicans hope, Republicans confidence. Trump is gaining in the betting odds in regards to the state of Arizona, so it is very much in play. He plans on winning Arizona. So let's give Donald Trump Arizona. That is part of his pathway to 270 electoral votes. He could win Pennsylvania and Nebraska second, get to 269, but the more realistic pathway for right now, in my opinion, is he will have to win the state of Arizona, which he does seem to be focusing on. So now let's move over to Nebraska's 2nd district here. Nebraska's second, we can look at this because Nebraska does register by party, and we can look at it by congressional district. In Nebraska's 2nd district, Republicans are not doing poorly compared to years past in terms of the early vote so far, which again is a very good sign. Democrats led by 9% in 2016. They now lead by 13 to 14%. And if you look at it by modeled party, Republicans only trail by 5.4%. Last cycle, they trailed by almost 12%. So you could look at this here and you could already get a clear determination that a lot of these turnout models do look fairly good for Republicans in Nebraska second. Donald Trump probably should go down to Omaha just to make sure, just to get his base out to vote there as well. But if they're doing fairly well in the early vote, one could say that they're probably going to do well if Trump gets his base out in Election Day. And again, he has the enthusiasm metric, and Trump does believe he will win Nebraska's 2nd district. So 260 to 238, you now have 3 states here, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. And I don't think that Trump plans on winning the state of Minnesota. If he's not going to be able to win the others, we can give New Hampshire to the Democrat Party here. So what Trump would need to do is he would just need to win Wisconsin or the state of Michigan. That is his plan. That is his path. And there are many reasons to believe that he has a path. I've demonstrated this significantly, not just in the early vote, but based off of the enthusiasm gap, what pollsters typically miss in the state of Wisconsin, what they typically miss in the state of Michigan. They've been abysmal over the past couple of cycles, going all the way back to the 2012 election in the state of Michigan and in the state of Wisconsin. So this was my last map here. I think I did have New Hampshire and Minnesota as lean Democrat, but that would be Trump's pathway. So what would Biden's pathway be? So Biden would look at this differently. He would pull up the map from 2016, which looks fairly similar to this. Biden would try to pick off Pennsylvania. He's basically living in the state of Pennsylvania. He's trying to pick that off. But since Republicans are doing so well in Florida and North Carolina, I don't think he realistically thinks he's going to be able to win those 2 states. So Biden needs to flip 3 states now to win this election, including Pennsylvania. He'll need to flip 2 other states. So Biden's main focus should be on the state of Michigan. Again, it's 16 electoral votes. If he flips Michigan, he has a much higher chance at winning the election, and he will need to either flip Nebraska's 2nd district, which I haven't seen him go to yet, or he would have to flip anything else, Wisconsin, Arizona. If he flips Arizona, he would get there. If he was going to flip the state of Wisconsin, he would easily get there as well, 278 to 260. So Biden's plan is to win through the Rust Belt. That seems to be where his campaign is focusing on, since Trump looks to be locking up Florida, North Carolina, doing very well in the early voting in Arizona compared to expectations. It seems like Donald Trump will have to hold on to the Sun Belt as well as hold on to one of the 3 Rust Belt states that he cracked in the blue wall in 2016 in order for Trump to win this election. So either way, it's going to go down the wire, but Trump and Biden both do have pathways. I still would give Trump a 55% chance to win right now. But again, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see exactly what happens in the coming weeks, and I will be able to make a final determination on November 2nd what the actual prediction is going to be. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video down below, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media, become a member, donate to the Patreon, or subscribe. Star links in description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle, out.